Hey guys, welcome to my lesson for Stoned by Silverchair. This was a request for my 500 subs video, I guess. One of the few requests I actually got on that video, like serious ones anyway. So this isn't a difficult song, and it's in standard tuning. So tune your guitar to standard tuning and we'll get started. Alright, so the intro of the song is very high gain, and it's just 4 chords. And they're all power chords, so I'll play it through for you and then I'll show you what they were. So all of these can be played on the lower 3 strings. So first finger on the low E string, and your 3rd and 4th fingers 2 frets above on the A and D strings. So we'll start at the 3rd fret on the low E, which is a G power chord. Move that up 2 frets, so it's an A power chord. Up 1 fret, which gives you a B flat power chord. And then up 2 more frets for the C power chord. So all together slowly, it sounds like this. Now if you prefer, you can also play that a different way. I just find it easier to do it that way. You can start with the G power chord as the first way, but the A you can play here, which is open A string and then 2 on the D and G strings. And then your B flat is 1, 3, and 3. And then the C is the same thing, 2 frets up. So you're staying in the bottom 3 frets area if you do it that way. So whichever way you prefer, it's the same notes. So we'll move along to the verse riff. Alright, the verse riff is also pretty easy because you only need 3 chords, but they're a little different in that they're more full chords. So you're going to do the G bar chord. So you bar your first finger at the 3rd fret, and then your 3rd and 4th fingers at the 5th fret on the A and D strings, and your middle finger goes on the 4th fret of the G string. So from there you go to your B flat, only you're going to bar the 1st fret from the A string all the way up, and go to the 3rd fret on the D and G strings, and it should sound like this. So it's like a B flat power chord, only you're adding in the 1st fret on the high E and the B string. And then you move that shape 2 frets up, and that's going to be your verse riff. So it sort of goes like this. At the end of that, you just saw that I kind of picked out the upper strings. Kind of like that. You can just ad-lib it. It's not precise, so. Sometimes he just strums it, so whatever you feel comfortable with doing. So you play that through a couple times, and the only other variation I really noticed is when you get to the C chord, sometimes he goes. So you just hold it and basically walk up from the high E string down. So that's it. And from there, we'll go on to the chorus riff. Okay, so for the chorus riff, you're going to start with the G power chord. And we're back to high gain, of course. So the G power chord, and then you can play the A. Again, you can play it here, or you can play it up here, whichever you prefer. For the chorus riff, I prefer to play it up here. and I'll show you why. So we'll go G to the A, to the B flat, and then we're going to go to an F power chord, which is this shape. Every finger goes up one string. So instead of 1, 3, 3 on the A, D, and G strings, you're at 1, 3, 3 on the low E, A, and D strings. And then there's a little riff in there that goes like this, which is just 1 on the low E, hammer on to 3, and then 1 on the A. So far we've got this. And then you're going to play the intro riff after that. And repeat it for the chorus. So the whole thing slowly sounds like this. So that's pretty much it for the song. Like, those are all of the riffs. So the only thing left is the solo, and I'm not going to do an exact copy of the solo, but I'll point you in the right direction. So let's get to that next. Okay, so first of all, the chords underneath the solo are from the verse riff, I believe. So it should be the G, so it should be G to B flat to C. I'm pretty sure that's what it is anyway. So we'll go with that. Okay, so for the solo, it's going to stick in this general area. Which is the G pentatonic. So if you don't really know the solo very well, or you only know bits of it, you can stay in that general area and hit those notes and make your own solo, and it'll sound pretty good against the backing. But I can tell you the first, like, maybe half of the solo, so I'll show you that anyway. So it's going to start here on the 8th fret of the B string, and you're going to bend that up. So full step bend. And vibrato. And then we'll go to 6 and hammer on to 8. So you do that twice. And then hit the 8 again. Twice. And then 6, 8. 8. 6. And then bend. Now, I know that sounded confusing, but I'll play through it slowly and it should make more sense. So. Now from here, that's the only part of it that's like out of that pentatonic box. So we're going to go back to 5 on the G string, bend it up, and then hit it while it's bent and release it. Pull off to 3, and then go down to 5 on the D string. So all together we've got this. And there's just a quick little like 3, hammer on to 5, pull off back to 3 on the D string. And then that's where the solo, I can't really hear what's going on, but it stays in that general area, so it's kind of like yeah. that's totally off, but you get the idea. You can stay in that area for the rest of it and just kind of wing it. So anyway, guys, that's my lesson for stoned. I'm sorry that the solo wasn't exact, but you should be able to play at least 90% of it by now. So thanks as always for watching. I hope this was useful to you, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.